Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kayla, and today is the first ever video of the new year of 2020. Let me just tell you, just seeing that number for some reason, it's just like clearer vision, you know, a whole new year. It just feels fresh, it feels new, and it just, I don't know, there's something about this year that I just have a good feeling about this year. So today's video is going to be a favorites video of 2019. I'm going to share with you all my skincare, beauty, hair, but I know that these videos take forever, so I am just gonna cut the crap and get into it. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to join the K-Babe family, and also hit that like button so that I know that you are enjoying these videos. Comment down below on what I can do to improve on these videos, and let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off the way that I would do anything skincare, then makeup, then, you know, so on and so forth, okay? So for skincare, I have been loving my Purity Face Cleanser. I have always, honestly, since I started really getting into makeup and clearing up my skin, this has been from day one, the tried and true. I love this. I have realized that it's starting to dry out my skin a little bit, so I have to use this not cautiously, but I do have to not use this all the time, I guess you'd say. When I overuse it is when it starts to dry me out. But when I'm using it, you know, so if I'm using this for like, let's say like 2 months in a row, I'm fine, okay? But if I use it for 6 months straight, it starts to dry me out. But, oh my gosh, this cleared up my skin so well. I didn't realize this is what was drying me out until Jaclyn Hill made a video on her Instagram or on her IG story saying that this really did help her skin, but it dried her out. And I noticed that the longer I use it, it does dry me out. My skin gets like used to it and it dries me out. But if I'm not using it for a super long period of time, it works so well, it clears up my skin, and it's perfect. I pair it with my Clarisonic. It is amazing. Yes, okay, this is from day one, skincare, tried and true, still to this day. Again, you just need to learn how to work around it. The next skincare product is from Ole Henriksen, and I'm actually looking into maybe getting one of their, well, actually, no, it's a lie. I already have one. I haven't used it yet. I got it from Marshall's, but their facial cleansers, I want to say it's from like this line. So I purchased this a while back. I want to say at least 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago, I bought this. And this, oh my gosh, I've used this up so quickly. I literally, the other day, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a mask. It's so good. And I tried to dip my hand in there. There's water. It's not even product. You can't even see. There's water in there. I'm not gonna tilt that. But I was really sad because I was just like, oh, I have a little bit. I can scrape it out. I can do a mask. And I just haven't repurchased it. And this is so good. It is the Moment of Truth 2-in-1 Polishing Sugar Mask. I love this type of mask. I actually have another one that's here in my favorites as well that kind of acts like this. But it's like the inexpensive version of this. And this just clears up my skin so well. It brightens up my skin. It just really exfoliates my skin nicely. So this takes care of breakouts. This will get rid of like all the little like texture that I have. I love this so much. And paired with the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Ole Henriksen Glow 2.0, right? Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I haven't been using this on a daily basis because I'm just a lazy ass bitch, okay? I need to get it together with my skincare. So my skin's been like a little off. I've just been so lazy. I've been working literally 7 days a week for the last month and a half. And I'm just tired and I'm just like, dude, I don't want to do anything. I haven't even filmed. I don't like, you know, so I need to get back on this because this, oh my gosh, when I use this for a week straight, my acne scarring cleared up so much and I just need to stick to this. This brand is so good. Okay, it's so good. I love it. But I was at Ulta the other day and I was like, let me see if I can find something that, you know, I can, you know, just kind of replace it for a minute. And that is the Garnier Skin Active Glow Boost 2-in-1 Facial Mask and Scrub. Okay, this, it's different, but it works so well. Dude, I used this the very first time I used it. Breakouts went away. My skin literally cleared up. And I was like, dude, how did overnight, like literally just one use, and this just works so well. It smells amazing. Both of these smell really good, by the way. And this is an interesting texture because this one's more of like not a gel, I guess you say like a gel, like runny texture. And this one's more of like a, how do you explain this? This is like oatmeal, I guess you would say. That's what it reminds me of. It's really nice. But you apply this like the same thing as this one. You apply it as a mask, let it sit for a minute, and then you massage it off with some warm water, and it exfoliates your dead skin cells. Dude, these 2 masks, I am telling you, they're bomb. And I will never say pick this one over this one because this one works so well and this one works so well too. I just love these 2 in my skincare routine. It just works. I need to repurchase this. This is so good. I love buying things and I love rotating skincare stuff as long as it doesn't break me out in hives, okay? The next thing I wanted to share with you guys was something I purchased around my birthday. Actually, I purchased most of this around my birthday, so it was like around May. I am actually running super low on this. Like, I'm squeezing as much as I can out of this. And this is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This really does moisturize my skin. It's amazing. I love it. It calms. Literally, when I was having my hive breakout, this really soothed my skin a lot. It was a nightmare. My face was itchy. It was red. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was terrible. And I had to wear makeup because I was working both of my jobs and I couldn't go in without makeup, like a red splotchy pizza. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. And this just helped a lot with the soothing of my face. And that's when I was just like, dude, this is such a good moisturizer. I love it. I need to repurchase it. They actually do sell it at Ulta, but different. I bought this at Sephora. Ulta sells like a giant jar. I need to go pick that up. And I want to try out the scents because they have 2 different scents to it. I just don't know if it's going to react to my skin a certain way. We'll just have to see. But this is the plain Ultra Repair Cream. I actually do want to get the one with SPF in it, because that would just be so much easier throughout my day instead of having to worry about applying sunscreen, that I could just apply my moisturizer and call it a day. So the last skincare item is actually a body care item, but still skincare. And it is the Cremo, I can't pronounce this, Cremo Moisturizing Shave Cream. And this is in Coconut Mango. I used this about 3 years ago. I purchased a bottle of this. I was like, oh, let's try it, whatever. It says something about close to shave ever. I shaved my legs, super smooth legs, and it lasted so long. My shave lasted a week, and mind you, my shave doesn't even last 3 days. I am not a hairy person. My hair grows really fast, but not really long. Does that make sense? Like, my body hair grows super fast, but it doesn't get super long. So it's just very frustrating because it's this like, it's really frustrating because after 3 days, my peach fuzz is going back and it's like prickly and it's just annoying. Like, my legs will just be like, it's very annoying. But when I use this, it literally lasts a week. It's so good. And I didn't repurchase it. I don't know why. And then a few months ago, I was like, okay, I need to repurchase this because this makes my shave last very long. Nothing else does that. And it gets a really close shave. So this is super good. You do have to use this with like hot water. That's what it says. Where it says back here, rub skin with the hottest water you can stand for 30 seconds. And then you apply this on there and it works so well. And I already take showers in like super hot, scorching, fire water anyway. So it just works really well. This is also Coconut Mango. The scent of this is so good. I do want to see if they have other scents because I haven't like ventured out to say like, this is my favorite scent. The only scent I know is the Coconut Mango. It smells amazing, but I want to know if they have like other ones like strawberry kiwi or, something like that because it's super good. I just have to say. Okay, moving on. For primer, I have one primer that stood out to me this entire year, and that is the Makeup Obsession Makeup Game Set Matte Primer. I use this. It literally blurs, it mattifies, it makes your foundation stick on. It looks so good. For an $8 primer, this is amazing. If you guys haven't seen the video where I tried this out, dude, this is so good. And a lot of people are asking me like, what are you wearing? I'm like, okay, in combination with everything that I wear, I get a lot of compliments on my skin. And for me, it starts with skin. So I feel bad when, like, I always tell people, I work on my skincare. Okay, that's the number one. I work on products that work well for my skin type. So I don't always like to recommend the same things to people knowing that they have a different skin type. But I always tell them that this worked for me. some people say I don't like that foundation. I'm like, well, that's fine. Like, this is what works for me. You know, what works for me may not work for you, but what I use, it works really well. If you have oily combination skin, this works so well on my oily parts. I was actually really surprised when I tried this one out. I was like, dude, I wasn't expecting an $8 primer to work really well, because for me, honestly, primers, I use them, but I still haven't found like the ultimate best primer I have to use ever. There are some that stood out to me, like but I still haven't found a primer that I like can just like every day I have to have. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. I can't believe I totally forgot about this. I'm halfway through and I stopped using it because I'm halfway through. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I purchased this because of Jaclyn Hill. Honestly, a lot of the things I buy is because of Jaclyn Hill or Nikki Tutorials, just because their makeup looks so good and I always want to look like them. And it's never possible, but you know, we can try. And this, even though I have combination oily skin, it works so well. Like, the thing that this does, it makes my face look really flawless. So when I'm using everything in combination with this, oh my gosh, people are like, dude, how does your skin look so good? Okay, I was using this. Okay, again, like I still have to like powder my face really well to make sure that it doesn't get too oily, because it's an oil. It's an oil. And somebody was like, oh my gosh, what foundation are you using? I'm like, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way. And they're like, dude, I use that too, but it doesn't look like that. And I'm just like, oh girl, you know what I'm using? My primer, this is super good. I bought this because of Jaclyn Hill and I was like, let me try it. It looks good. It looks bougie. Oh my gosh, dude, does this make my face look amazing? This is so good. Moving on to foundation, I only have one. I feel like this works the best for me because I can manipulate it in a way to where it works well for me. You don't just apply a foundation on and call it a day. So I feel bad when people say like, this doesn't work for me, but I also know that I manipulate this foundation to work for me the way I do, okay? I love the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, mainly because of the coconut water. I think that's why it works so well for me. It doesn't make me oily. It doesn't make me greasy. It gives me a nice dewy glow, but it also, the way I apply it, like I apply powder first, then I apply the foundation. I don't get oily throughout the day. I have it on right now. It'll usually look like this. Like I don't get oily throughout the day. It doesn't get greasy. It's just the way you apply things. And these two together, put some powder on before. So primer, powder, foundation. Oh my God, it looks so good. Like it's like second skin. It's medium coverage, but buildable. So I apply typically, I don't want to say 2 full layers. It's like 1.5 because I'll apply 1 layer on my face. My forehead doesn't even need a lot of coverage. Honestly, I find myself rarely putting like foundation on my forehead, but I do it just to even out the color. And the acne scarring is where I apply more. So I will typically apply it on my face. It goes on nicely, but you can still see my acne scarring peeking through like you can right now. I need to learn to color correct versus just applying more foundation on top. Moving on to concealers, I have a lot of concealers because I don't know why 2019 was a year for me to test out a ton of concealers. So I'm going to start off with the Benefit Boing Concealer. I actually use the pot version of this. I think I mentioned that in the video. I wasn't a fan of the pot version. I feel like this is a big step up from there and it's so good. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing both of these. So that's why I'm showing both of these because the coverage is so good. Like literally I forget that a little goes a long way. Like today I was applying it. I was like, oh crap, I applied too much. We're gonna have to figure it out. So literally a couple dots goes a long way. This is so full coverage. And I know some people like to mention, or some people were saying something about this being too light. I mentioned that in the video. There's only 12 shades, but the other 2 shades, like 6 and 7, were too dark for me. And I just like, I got shade matched in the store. We tried on every single one and I was like, girl, this is not working. 5 is it, okay? But the coverage is so good. I think the only thing they're lacking is the shade range. I need a bigger shade range. The next concealer that I really enjoyed was the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Coverage Concealer. This reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape in like the tube, in the way it applies, in the applicator. It's just it's really good. It's actually really full coverage. I'm wearing it again today along with my Benefit concealer. And this just, it works so well. If you need a drugstore concealer, this one's really good. Another drugstore concealer that works really well is the Maybelline Superstay concealer, and I'm using the shade number 18. I'm actually out of this. I am trying to squeeze as much as I can out of it and nothing's coming out. So I am officially done with this. But this reminds me of the Benefit Boing concealer. It's so good. It's full coverage. It works so well with the foundation. The foundation's amazing. I love this. It's so good. The next concealer, I found it at TJ Maxx and I absolutely love it for contouring. This is the Born This Way concealer, but this is the older version. I don't think this is still like a thing unless you go to TJ Maxx and find it. I haven't tried the new one. I don't know if the new one has any like differences. I haven't tried it. So this was my shit for the year for contouring. And this is in the shade Dark. I found this at TJ Maxx and I still see this one. Oh my gosh. To this day, I still see a lot. So another concealer I absolutely loved for the year was the Jeffree Star Magic. Wait, what was this called again? The Magic Star Concealer. I don't remember what this is called, and I threw away the box. So this was the concealer that launched this year. I reviewed this on my channel. It is so good. It matched my skin so well. Honestly, it's amazing. I need to repurchase because it is pretty much done. I love this for the packaging. You can kind of see that. It looks cute there. I need to find out a better way of like displaying that. I want to get like a Jeffree Star little thing that they sell on their website and maybe display some like liquid lipsticks and stuff. I need to buy more Jeffree Star things because I don't have a lot. Anyway. Whew. Okay, moving on to powders. So sticking with the Jeffree Star theme, the Magic Star powder. Oh my gosh. This is so good. It smells amazing. It smells like vanilla. It's so finely milled. I think I'm out of it. Okay, so every time I try to get it out, there's still some there and I'm trying my best to get it out, but this is so good. I'm nearing the end. I need to repurchase. It is amazing. I do want to try other shades, so maybe it can give me like different effects, but I got the shade Beige and I want to try other shades. This is so good. For a setting powder, this is amazing. Honestly, very comparable to the Laura Mercier setting powder. I need to do a battle. I need to go repurchase it, and Ulta's getting it January 5th, so I'm just waiting for that to drop because I love Ulta more than I do Sephora, only because Ulta gives cash back. You know, so when you spend a certain amount of money, your points turn into cash rewards towards the store, and Sephora just has mini samples of things even though you spend like $2,000. So the next powder I absolutely love. I actually did the Harouche mix and I mixed my own things because again I don't have my Laura Mercier powder, but I do love this. This did a really great job for baking. This is the Morphe Bake and Set setting powder in the shade Banana. I actually have quite a bit of this still, and the inside of this, I don't want to mess with this too much because the inside of this actually popped off the other day and I have to be very cautious. Like this thing popped off and I spilled it all over my table, and I still have a lot of product left, so I just have to be very careful when I use it because I do like to mix these two together because again I still have a bit in here, and what I like to do is I mix these two with my Ben Nye banana powder, and what's the other one I use? I'm looking for a fourth one to use. Well, I love the Laura Mercier powder, so I'm just waiting to stock back up on that, and I'm going to be using that pretty soon. But she likes to mix like 4 setting powders, and honestly, girl, when I did that, I got so many compliments. People were like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good. I'm like, girl, I used 4 setting powders today. My face looks bomb. Like, it looks so good. I love it. Anyway, moving on from there, I'm going to do bronzer because I literally only have one. For the year, and it is the Maybelline City Bronzer. I'm literally trying to think like, what do I use that I'm like, oh my god, I have to have this. Like, I don't like, this is the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. It is a tad bit darker than me, but oh my gosh, the formula is so good. It's so buttery. Oh, you know what? Here's another bronzer too. I just said buttery and I thought of another one I bought. This just, oh my gosh, it melts on my face and it looks so good. I need to get a different shade, like a lighter shade. because it is wintertime. I am lighter right now. I am not that dark. So I haven't been using that recently because this isn't my shade. I'm actually lighter. I just applied a darker foundation today. The next bronzer that I love, mainly, okay, no, not mainly, because it does like go on so well. And I know a lot of people rave about this. And it took me forever to buy it. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to buy it. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I got this in the shade Deep Deep Bronzer. Yeah, because I am not super light skin. I'm not super dark. And every time I go in the store, they always have like the basic normal shade, I guess you would say, that all my friends can wear, but I can't. Like it's literally the same shade as my skin tone. I think that's the other reason why I haven't bought Hoola bronzer from Benefit, because before they did these new shades, they had just Hoola, and that was like my skin tone, and I couldn't do that, but it looks so pretty. So I am dying to try out the new shades they came out with like a while back, but I just haven't done it. So yeah. Moving on to highlighters. Oh my gosh, highlighters are fun because I have so many. Well, okay, I have 4, but like I love highlighters. I don't think I found a single highlighter. Yeah, I don't think I found a single highlighter that I don't like. Well, that's a lie, because there might be like 1 or 2 that just didn't go on at all. But my top one for the year was the Essence Glow to Go palette. I bought this because I'm like, oh, this looks cool. It's like $5. I bought this while I was waiting in line at Ulta. And little did I know that this was going to be my best buddy. Dude, I've used this so much and I still haven't made a dent in it. That is, I mean, I feel like anyway with highlighter period, I wouldn't use it up. That's a lie, because the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, I totally used that. I dropped that shit and I broke that as well, even though I was almost done with it anyway. But most highlighter, I don't really go through. I don't see myself in a lifetime going through highlighter. But you can tell how much I use it based off the front. It's very faded. Like, that's not what it normally looks like. The next highlighter, oh my gosh, when I bought this, I was like, yes, bitch. I need to go buy Tickle, but I got the shade Cookie from Benefit because of your girl, Jaclyn Hill. Okay, everything Jaclyn Hill says that is super good. I'm going to buy it. I don't care if it doesn't work with my skin tone. I'm just going to buy it, okay? I'm not that, like, highly obsessed person. It's just that she's so beautiful that I'm just like, I need to be that. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's weird. But yeah, she was talking about this shade that came in the Cheek Glitters palette. I didn't want to spend $60 on a palette that I'm only going to use one product. And when they came out with the one product, I was like, oh my gosh, this is, yes. And I bought it and it's so good. I love it. I love it. It's so good. But it's not an everyday highlighter for me just because of the tones. I try to use it as an everyday highlighter and call it a day. But no, I'm more of like I need golden tones for an everyday. But this is so pretty when I pair it with the right shades. It's so good. Okay. The next highlighter that is an everyday highlighter because of the tones. I'm actually wearing it right now. I need golden highlighting. Yeah. Is the Anastasia Amrezy palette. Dude, I still haven't even taken off the little cover for the mirror. It's so cute. I love this highlighter. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to like pan, but you can see like all the little, where am I at? All the little indentions in here. You can see that I've been using this bitch up. Okay, it's good. It's blinding. I love it. If you guys haven't tried this out yet, is this a permanent? I don't even know if this is a permanent item. All I know is that it's bomb. And if it's still a permanent item, you need this in your life. This is so, every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna look fly today, girl. The last highlighter, which is actually an inexpensive highlighter. Well, it's another inexpensive highlighter. I have 2 high-end, 2 low-end. And it is the e.l.f. highlighter in the shade 24 Karat Gold. They came out with these new highlighters. There's like a couple, I want to say like 1 or 2 more maybe. But oh my gosh, this is so good. Dude, just the pattern on this alone, this is such a beautiful highlighter. Like, they've redeemed themselves since, I don't know what e.l.f. was doing before. If it was just like, I don't even know. I don't know what they were doing before, honestly. Like, Wet n Wild and e.l.f. have stepped up their games. And honestly, when they come out with new products, I get excited. Next is blush. I only have one thing because I use this so many times. I use it in a lot of my tutorials. And it is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Mellow Wine. I am really surprised I haven't hit pan on this just because I use this on a daily basis. Like basic makeup look every single day I'm using it, and I will force myself to stray away from it a lot because I use it a lot. I'm actually wearing it today too. But yeah, this is like my everyday blush. It's so good. I love it. It's just gorgeous for my skin tone. I love it. I honestly wish Wet n Wild would come out with a lot more shades of blush because your girl would buy that. Honestly, I go in and I'm like, I buy this one, or I see it and I'm like, I already have that. And I try to look for new blushes because it's so good. It's pigmented. It's not chalky. It goes on so nicely. It gives you a nice, just a nice flush on your cheeks. It's so good. I forgot to mention a skincare item, and that is my Bite Agave lip mask. I keep it in the box because of the little spatula that it comes with. Like, I want to take it out of the box, but I don't like the spatula not just being in the open. So it comes with a little spatula so you can scoop out your mask. And this is what the thing looks like. And I guess it's called Agave Plus. I'm not sure. But oh my gosh, this smells so good. Oh my gosh, it says weekly lip scrub, and I use this like on a daily basis. This works so well because when I actually use it, I notice like if I use it like on a daily basis throughout the week, it will make it will make my lips pinkier, and my lips are very frustrating because since I am darker, I'm pretty sure it's what I eat, but the outside of my lips are brown. And I remember my boyfriend saying one day, like, hey, you got stuff on your lips. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, they're like dark. I'm like, yeah, those are my lips. That's why I don't like my lips, because they're like darker on the outsides and then like pink in the middle. And I just want all of it to be pink. But it exfoliates my lips really well, and I do notice that my lips do get lighter, like the color gets lighter. But there's just something about this lip scrub that softens my lip so nicely, and it also makes my lips like lighter and pinkier. Like it starts to fade the brown around my lips. But if I don't keep up with it, my lips just go back to like ugly. So yeah. The last makeup item I've been loving for the year, I feel like I've been saying the month, but the year, is the Kiss Lash Couture line. Any lash from Kiss Lash Couture. I'm wearing some right now. The last little bitsies, I'm wearing them right now. This is in the shade. This is in the style Jubilee. I bought this oh my god, I said that in my other video too. I bought this in the 4-pack because I know for a fact that I love this style of lashes. They're super soft. Like, they don't bother your eyes. They're very comfortable on the eyes. They're inexpensive for one. You can buy like one pair for like $5. And then on top of that, they're faux mink. So they look like expensive lashes. And everybody will always comment what lashes I'm wearing. They look so good. I'm like, girl, the Kiss Lash Couture. I don't know how many people I've told this to, but the Kiss Lash Couture line is so good. Somebody commented the other day on the fact that I don't use Lily lashes. And it's not because I'm trying to be more affordable on my channel, but it's genuinely because I feel like these are like the best lashes that I've ever used. Mind you, I haven't tried like Instagram lashes. I could probably like try those, but oh my gosh, the Kiss line, Lash Couture line, like Kiss, if you're watching this, literally every single style that you ever use on your Kiss Lash Couture line, I love. And if you want to send them to me, that's completely okay with me, because I will now and forever rave about these lashes. They're so good. They're so good. Anyway, yes, okay. That is it for this long ass video. I'm super sorry. It is super long. Hopefully you stuck with me through here. I've enjoyed this year of making content for you guys, and I plan to push out more content for you guys next year. My goal for this year is to just pump up more content for you guys. So in the comments down below, I want you guys to leave your New Year's resolutions, and also what you would like to see from this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this year with me, and I hope you guys will stick around for this next year and only just, join me on this journey of great things that are to come, because I feel so good about this year. I don't know what it just feels so good about this year. I can feel it. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye guys.